Everybody is starting to notice something that honestly cannot be ignored anymore when it comes to Pearl Watts and Maurice Sam, because the way these two handle silence in their scenes is beginning to shake Nollywood fans in a way nobody expected. And it's getting more intense with every new release, because we are used to actors expressing everything through long dialogue, emotional speeches, dramatic lines. But with these two it's like they have completely flipped the script and created a new language where silence does all the talking, and fans are now saying their quiet moments are actually louder than words. And if you've been paying attention closely, you will realize that it's not just silence, it's the kind of silence that carries tension, emotion, understanding, even hidden conversations that the audience can somehow feel without hearing anything. And that is where the real magic is happening, because how do you explain a scene where nothing is said yet viewers are reacting like something powerful just happened? And this is exactly why. Fans are replaying those scenes over and over again, trying to understand what makes it hit so differently, and what makes it even more interesting is that this trend is not staying inside the movies alone, because over on YouTube Reaction, videos about their movies are now blowing up in a way that is impossible to ignore, and you will literally see creators pausing at the exact moment where both actors go silent just to talk about what they felt in that short space of time, and some of them are even getting emotional themselves, trying to explain why a simple look between these two feels heavier than a full conversation. And this is where things start getting deeper, because people are not just reacting, they are analyzing, they are breaking down every eye movement, every pause, every breath, and asking the same question over and over again. How are they doing this? And why does it feel so real? And the more these reactions spread, the more new viewers get curious and go back to watch the original scenes. And once they watch, they also get pulled into the same conversation, because it's almost impossible to ignore that level of connection on screen. And now it has reached a point where their pairing is no longer just appreciated. It is expected to deliver emotional impact every single time, and fans are already saying that whenever Pearl Watts and Maurice Sam appear together in a movie, it automatically becomes a must-watch, not just for entertainment, but for the emotional experience that comes with it. And this is not something that happens easily in Nollywood, where there are many talented actors and countless movie releases, but somehow this particular pairing has managed to stand out in a way that feels very intentional and very rare. And this is why people are now calling them a guaranteed emotional hit, because they have built a reputation where their presence alone raises expectations, and viewers are already preparing themselves to feel something deep before the movie even starts. And this kind of anticipation is powerful because it means the audience trusts what they bring to the table, and at the same time it is putting pressure on producers, because fans are not staying quiet anymore, they are openly demanding that these two should be cast together more often, and you will see comments everywhere saying, "Give us more movies with them, stop separating them, we need more of this chemistry." And it's not just random requests, it's coming from people who have experienced the impact of their performances and want to feel that again and again. And what makes this even more interesting is that the demand is not based on hype alone. It is backed by actual moment scenes that people can point to and say, "This right here, this is why we want more." And those moments are mostly the silent ones, the ones where nothing is said, yet everything is understood. And that is why the conversation keeps going in circles, but still growing stronger, because every new viewer adds their own reaction, their own interpretation, their own emotional response, and it keeps building into something bigger than just regular movie discussions. And now there are even debates about whether this level of connection can be taught, or if it is something natural between the two actors, because many believe that what they are seeing cannot be forced. It has to come from a place of genuine understanding and comfort. And that is why some fans are even speculating about what happens behind the scenes, because they feel like there is a level of familiarity that goes beyond acting, and whether that is true or not, it is definitely adding more fuel to the conversation and making people even more invested in their partnership. And at this point, it is safe to say that Pearl Watts and Maurice Sam have created something that goes beyond normal on-screen chemistry, because they have introduced a style of storytelling that relies heavily on presence, on connection, on unspoken communication, and fans are responding to it in a very strong way, because it feels different, it feels real, it feels like something you don't see every day. And as long as this continues, the reactions will keep trending, the conversations will keep growing, and the pressure on producers will keep increasing, because the audience has already made it clear they want more of this pairing, they want more of those silent moments, they want more of that emotional depth that only these two seem to deliver so effortlessly. And until that demand is fully met, This topic is not going anywhere anytime soon. It will keep evolving, it will keep gaining attention, and those quiet scenes will continue to speak louder than any dialogue ever could fire.